Well, good afternoon. Merry Christmas to everybody. Welcome to Manchester United's penultimate home game of the season against Burnley. Now, this afternoon should be a pretty good game, but I'd like to talk first about the first half of the season and just give my thoughts on how we're doing so far. Normally, at this time of the season, when a team has amassed the number of points that we had and played as well as we have at times, we would probably be leading the table. But of course, this is no ordinary season, and we have to sort of bow a little bit, although we don't really want to Manchester City's performance so far in winning every one but one league game and amassing 56 points, I think it is, 54, 56 points, and a lead of 13 points over us already. So the question is, realistically, can we finish second this season and finish best of the rest? Now, at the start of the season, I did predict that hopefully we'll be in the top four, and indeed that's where we are at the moment. So far, it's gone fairly well. We've had one or two big disappointments. We got beaten by City when we could have reduced the deficit to 5 points, but at the same time, we're still there. We're still in second place, and we're hopefully going to be there come next May. Now, there's been some exceptional performances from one or two players in particular, David De Gea, Romelu Lukaku for the first couple of months, and then he slipped off a bit, but he's now seems to regain and is also making a good contribution for other players to take on and score goals as well. There have been a few disappointments. Henry Mkhitaryan in particular looks as though he and Matteo Darmian may be going out of the door before the January window closes. So it's not open yet, of course, but they look like they're going to be surplus to requirements. Jose Mourinho himself must be reasonably pleased with how his team's done, but also very frustrated by the success of Guardiola, his arch rival, and of course our club's arch rival from across the city. Where we can hopefully expect to make some progress is in the FA Cup. We have Derby County at home. We've already qualified for the Champions League last 16 and should make further progress against Seville, although it's nothing can be taken for granted there. If we got to the last 8, I think most people would say that's a pretty good return to the Champions League, but I think we can go a bit further and at least get to the last 4, and then anything can happen because other big teams are playing each other, and we might just find a pathway through, who knows, even to the final itself. Just going back to the league form, as I say, we've only lost 3 games. One bitter disappointment was the loss and the poor performance at Huddersfield. The other big disappointment was just the other day at Leicester, where with 10 men against us, we failed to get the 3 points, and Chris Smalling got injured. We had no further substitutes, and for some reason he was allowed to mark Maguire at the far post, and that cost us 2 points and made us look a bit silly, to be honest. Not just the players, but the manager as well. The tactics should have been a little bit stronger there. We do have some problems at the centre-back position at the moment. Chris Smalling has picked an injury up as well. We're already without Eric Bailly for who knows how long, and we have other injuries to Carrick and Marouane Fellaini as well. No sign of him coming back. The team today, whatever we've put out, I'm not quite sure the full team, should be strong and comfortable enough to beat Burnley, but they've improved head over heels this season. The way form in particular has been strong. They only took a handful of points last season, including one of course here as well, but Manchester United versus Burnley at home should be a comfortable 3 points, and Southampton having lost at Tottenham 5-2 sorry, just a few minutes ago, they're coming this weekend, and we should have another couple of 3 points to pick up there. So let's see how we go for the rest of the season. It's been generally pretty good, but unfortunately the City situation has left us a long way behind, and we can only hope to, finish second for this season.